It's time. A change the Dodgers absolutely need to make. And Shohei Ohtani continues his hot streak. Max Muncy continues to rake. Dustin May, we'll have a conversation about that as well. And also, a not-so-good update on Tyler Glasnow. All that more coming up next on the Dodgers Nation postgame show.
It's time for Dodger baseball.
Tommy Tank strikes again, and the Dodgers lead 3-0. Gibby! Meet Freddie! Tommy sends on the air, the other way, back it goes! Gone! One-of-a-kind player! One-of-a-kind season!
What is up, Dodgers Nation, and welcome to the Dodgers Nation post-game show. Thanks for rocking with us. Out of the Dodgers get the dub. They beat the Kansas City Royals by a final score of 5-4. They improved to 52-31 on the season. And because the Detroit Tigers lose today, your Los Angeles Dodgers have the best record in all of Major League Baseball. We're more than halfway through the season. The Dodgers still not playing their best baseball. That's what Dave Roberts said before today's game. But still, you're sitting at 52-31. You're 6.5 games up on the Giants. You're 7 games up on the Padres. And the Dodgers, they find a way to beat a Kansas City Royals team that out-hit them 11-4. The Dodgers got out-hit 11-4, but still they won 5-4. It wasn't a great performance by Dustin May. He went 4 innings, gave up 4 runs on 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks on 84 pitches, gave up a home run to Bobby Witt Jr. There was some bad defense behind him and right that we'll discuss in a second here. But let's start with Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani starts the game off. 1-2 count against Cameron, sees a changeup on the inner half, and Shohei Ohtani hits his 4th straight home run in his 4th straight game, his 29th of the year. That's now second behind Cal Raleigh in all of Major League Baseball. The Big Show put the Dodgers up early, 1-0.
From Cameron. Ohtani hits a high fly ball to right field. In the sun, Caglione, he turns and watches it fly into the fountains.
Shohei Ohtani is on an absolute tear. And yes, it's been a later June Tani, but still, you're starting to see the extra base hits pile up. Now has 29 home runs, 12 doubles, 7 triples, has a 183 weighted runs created plus. I know my good friend Buster Olney, before today's game, he said that if the season ended today, that Pete Crow Armstrong would be the National League MVP. And sure, if the season ended today, you could make a strong case that Pete Crow Armstrong is the National League MVP as a 4.5 WAR compared to Shohei's 3.8. But the season is not over yet. I think by season's end, you'll still get enough pitching from Shohei and enough offensive production that he will ultimately win his 4th MVP. My first take today, but let me know down below in the comments section where you're representing Dodgers Nation. Welcome to the #1 Dodgers postgame show on YouTube. If you really want to support the show, hit the like button. And also, I want your biggest takeaway from this game and who's your player of the game. Got BC says, go Dodgers. Frankie, nice win. We've got Yang Yi, first ever 2 MVPs in each league. Yep, it's early, but it's going to happen. Showtime from Dodgers. We got Yang Yi. Once Ohtani starts to pitch, he locks up another MVP. Exactly. That's my point exactly. Angel Escobar in the chat. Fire me up, Freddie. I'm about to go full Chug McKain mode after that win. I love to hear that. Yeah, we're going to talk about Freddie Freeman. We will get there. And Tanner Scott and his ability to go 3 games in 4 nights, and he found a way late. But let's keep moving through this one because we will get there. And early on, Dustin May, look, he's just been kind of, right? He's just been kind of, That's the sound I would use to describe him this season. I dropped my tier list earlier today, and he's not the worst, not the best. What he's given the Dodgers this season is innings, has made at least 5 starts in each of his at least 5 innings in each of his starts this year, and that's what you're hoping to see again. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case. Bottom of the first inning, gets a strikeout to India, gives up a double to Garcia, walks past Quintino, and gives up the single to Perez to tie things up. And then, thankfully, Max Muncy continues his heater. Max Muncy is just on another planet right now. Muncy is seeing the ball so well. He talked about it, the fact that the glasses allow him to recognize the pitch earlier after the pitcher delivers that baseball. And once he recognizes what pitch is it going to be, is it going to be a cutter? Is it going to be a four-seam fastball? Is it going to be a curveball? And that allows him to stay back, allow that ball to get through the zone. He doesn't need to rush his swing to try to get on top of it. He has perfect timing right now, and you are seeing the results. Max Muncy is one of the most locked-in hitters in all of Major League Baseball right now. And at the top of the second inning, after a 2-out walk from Tommy Edman, Max Muncy got funky with one, hit another home run, a 2-run shot, his 4th home run in straight games, and he's just absolutely going crazy with it. Max Muncy hits a 2-run shot. That puts the Dodgers up 3-1.
3-1. He lets it rip. High in the air, deep center. Did he get enough? Max Muncy does it again.
Just really incredible stuff for Max Muncy. So that was just he homered the last game against the Rockies. Did homer in the on Tuesday, and he was sat on Thursday. But he had the 2 home run game with the Nationals. So that's 4 home runs in his last 4 games for Max Muncy. So 4 home runs in his last 4 games for Max Muncy. He continues to rake, and then it's him and Shohei Ohtani that just have been carrying this team this season. He's got 4 home runs in his last 4 games. Shohei Ohtani has 4 home runs in his last 5 games. So both of those guys continuing to rake. Those guys are carrying this team, and they did it once again tonight. That 2-run shot for Max Muncy, his 12th of the season. And it looked like you were going to need more runs based on the Dodgers offense in this one. Because the bottom of the second inning, another leadoff walk from Dustin May. You can't walk the leadoff guy. D-May walks Rave, and then Rave steals second. And then a couple batters later, Isbell, he doubles to right. And this is just not a good play by Teoscar Hernandez. Just look at this play by Teo here. Hits it in the air. Not the easiest play, but misjudges it. He's just lofting back there. He gets over his head, barehands it, and it leads to this blow-up inning. They score a run there, and there was an adventure for Teo in this one. And look, I've been preaching this all season long. It's great that Teoscar Hernandez feels more comfortable in right field. But just because he's comfortable in right field does not make it the right decision, because him being in right field makes me uncomfortable, because Teoscar Hernandez has statistically been one of the worst defensive outfielders in the sport this season. And look, he's never been a guy that's going to hang his hat on his defense, but he is a -6 outs above average in the 3 percentile. His defense has been bad. And then you add the fact that you have Andy Pages. He's right there. When you have Andy Pages, a guy that has already one of the very best outfield arms in the sport, and you're playing him in center and left when he should be in right field. You play your outfielder with the strongest arm in right field. You get Teoscar Hernandez in left, and yes, some of the pull side guys that are righties, he might be faced with more opportunities to have to make plays, but still, that does not justify it. Think about how crazy this is. Think about how insane this is, right? And I told you this on this show multiple times. The Dodgers, they always are going to veer on the side of offense versus defense. If you can rake, if you can hit, you will stick. You will stay in the position you're at because they value that over defense. But the Dodgers literally have at least two. You can make the case there's more, but they have at least 2 outfielders on this team that are Gold Glove caliber right fielders. Mookie Betts is one, a 6-time Gold Glove winner in right field, and Andy Pages certainly has the potential to be one, and instead, you're playing a guy that is statistically one of the worst defensive outfielders at that position when you don't need to. I could understand if you didn't have options. I could understand. But they have multiple guys that should be playing there instead of Teoscar Hernandez, okay? And look, he resigns here. I'm sure there was conversations about him being there. He did grade out better in right than he did in left, but still, you put the most valuable outfielder in center field, the second most valuable defender in right field, and the third in left field. He needs to be in left field instead of right field. And it could cost the Dodgers the key game, especially when you consider the fact, too, that he's not hitting at his very best either. So I don't love it. I think tonight that should be a major takeaway from the Dodgers. I want to hear what you have to say, though. Let's open this discourse about Teoscar Hernandez's defense in right field. It's not up to par, and like I said, it frustrates me. It's like, dude, you have a garage and you got a Ferrari and a Lambo, and you're taking the used Chevy Cruze or whatever it may be, right? And look, he's a Lambo at the plate on offense, but he's not that on defense, right? Let's just be honest here. And I'm the Keep It 100 Dodger shy. I pride myself in being that, and that's just the truth of the matter. You just can't have that in that situation. I mean, let me know down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on Teoscar Hernandez and the defense in right? We got May's sweeper. Yeah, I mean, the home run. Yeah, we'll talk about that here as we move forward. And I think that there is a fix that Dustin May needs to consider, and we'll get into that here in just a second. But drop those comments down below on what your thoughts on Teoscar Hernandez in right field. You got a super chat here. Appreciate that, $5. Problem is the Dodgers are trying to stubbornly put Conforto in left field while Kim and Edman can easily make the defensive alignment much better. Yeah, we've talked about that on this show, that, that is the case for sure. There's no doubt about that, that from a defensive standpoint, they do have some better options. But, yeah, thanks for the super chat. Give you Let's Go Dodgers. We've got more of you guys down below. We got Max, Teo left, Edmund center, Pages right, Kim second base. Yeah, clearly we're on the same page. Clearly we're in a mind meld. I've been saying on that show for a while now. And the other issue is we don't know what kind of offense Kim really has with extended playing time. And then now there's the added detail of Michael Conforto showing some signs of life. And if he hits like he's been hitting and he does it for an extended period of time, then certainly you want to give him his opportunities in left. But thankfully, guys are stepping up. They're carrying the top of the order, namely Shohei Ohtani and Max Muncy. And here was Max Muncy after the game talking about another big night at the plate.
Shohei obviously flexed the muscles today. How well are you seeing the ball travel deep into the zone?
Yeah, seeing it good right now. Felt good all night long. Just getting good results. Trying not to do too much, and I think that's the biggest thing. Just, letting the bat come to me, and when I do that, generally, I feel good about what's going to happen.
Did you feel like that had enough distance for the waterfall?
You never know here. It's a big field. I mean, I felt really good off the bat, but like I said, it's a big field. You never know. So,
do you feel like you guys got the Royals' best shot tonight? I mean, obviously they haven't been playing well. You guys have a bullseye on your back just everywhere you go.
I don't really know how to answer that, David. I'll be honest. It's the big leagues. Every team is good. I don't care what records say. Any given night, any team can go out there and give you a hard time. And, it's a good team over there. I don't care what their record is. It's a good team.
Dave said before the game, it still feels like you guys aren't quite playing at your best right now. Has the last couple of weeks just kind of felt like finding different ways to win, even when things aren't flawless out there?
I think right now what we're doing is, every night it's a different guy. We haven't gotten everyone to click at the same time, but we've had, enough guys to take over on certain nights that we've been able to, kind of roll through it. But, I think we're still waiting for everyone to get going at the same time.
What'd you think about that snow cone scoop by Freddie?
That's incredible. I don't know how he did that one. That was really cool.
So 13 home runs on the year for Max Muncy, raises weighted runs created plus to 138. He's just been a fantastic turnaround success story. But getting back to Dustin May. So after the misplay there by Teoscar Hernandez, is not going to show up in a box score because you're not going to get any type of double for that. A couple batters later, Bobby Witt Jr., very first pitch, he goes with that sweeper, and that sweeper, sometimes it helps him because of all the movement, sometimes it hurts him. And on this pitch, the sweeper, the run takes it right to the middle of the plate, and Bobby Witt Jr., he crushes it. That puts the Royals on top 4-3, a 2-run shot for the Royals, and D-May gives up 3 runs on 2 hits in that inning. And you got to give him credit. He did settle down. He gave you some solid quality in this one after that. But yeah, I mean, he just leaves a lot of pitches out of the plate. And I think when you look at his pitch mix, the one thing that really stands out to me with Dustin May and what I think he needs to do to truly take his game to the next level and just be more effective out there is he throws his sweeper 45% of the time, his sinker 31% of the time. But tonight, of his 84 pitches, only 13 of those 84 pitches, 15%, were a four-seam fastball. And a four-seam fastball, if you throw it well, you can locate it easier. It can have that perceived vertical rise, but it's not going to move east and west as much as that sinker or that sweeper that leaks out of the plate that's led to home runs. And that has really been the issue for Dustin May this year. Like I said, it's not like he's been a bust. It's not like he's been awful. It's not like he's been Noah Syndergaard, right? He hasn't been Ginger Guard this year. He has given them 15 starts, 82 and 2/3 innings. Outside of tonight, he's looked at deeper starts. Tonight just wasn't one of them because the pitch count got so up. He needed 38 pitches in that first inning. Tonight, he was only able to give them 4 innings. But in each of his starts this year, he has been able to go at least 5. ERA's at 4.68 now. And what really hurts, though, is another home run. He's now given up 12 home runs on the year, a 1.31 home runs per 9. That is too many long balls, and that is what's hurting him. And yes, if you can limit those to solo shots, you'll be in better shape. But tonight just was not a good night for Dustin May. The defense wasn't bad, but it looks like he's close. But I don't think that you can go out there with this same mix, sweeper, sinker, and expect him to have that success. I think you need to see more four-seam fastball. The best pitch in baseball is still a well-located fastball, and the one you can locate the best with the most consistency is a four-seamer, and he's just not throwing it. In the past, the last couple of years ago, we saw him throw that with more regularity, and he was having success with it. But here was Dustin May after the game talking about his start.
You've been a workhorse for the team, making every start, going 5 innings. Did you feel like you were fighting command early on today?
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Why do you believe that?
Just couldn't execute.
How for those innings where you got to 2 outs and then just kind of had some at-bats keep rolling? Is that kind of the biggest frustration, is not being able to finish off some of those rallies there?
Yeah, I mean, it's all around. I don't know what to say.
Is it tough to harness all that because your pitches move a lot? I mean, did you feel like Will was helping you out as much as he could back there too?
I mean, no. I mean, I've been doing it all year. It's just not. It just wasn't a good day.
I think last start or the start before that you were getting to the point where just being able to say you're healthy and pitching innings was not good enough anymore. Have we passed that point?
I would say so, yeah.
What do you do about that?
Got to be better. I don't know what to tell you.
How big was it for you guys to keep it rolling after sweeping the Rockies tonight to keep this?
Good. It was good to get a team win. It sucks that I had to go out and suck, but it's a good thing that our guys can score some runs.
Yeah, he always takes it pretty hard, and that's something I really love about Dustin May is that he is his own hardest critic. And he said it right there. It sucks to go out there and suck. I wouldn't quite say he sucks. I mean, Dustin, be a little easier on yourself than that. I think the big thing for him was the fact that, a lot of examples tonight. He's got 2 outs, 2 strikes, can't get out of it. The bottom of the first inning, that really hurt him in that situation where he's trying to get something going. He needed 30 pitches to get out of that first inning. The sweeper wasn't sharp. He allowed 3 straight 2-out base runners. But the good thing was the Royals were only able to get 1 run off that Salvador Perez RBI single. But, yeah, I got to grade his start. I'm going to give it a C-. minus, a C minus for him. Actually, yeah, C minus, something in that range. I expect more from Dustin May. Still, the bad defense, tough place to pitch for some, and you just want to see him just have a little more positivity. And the concern for me is that you just need to get the innings out of him in this one. But this Dodgers offense, they made it count tonight, and that's the thing that I think that really stands out. They made it count. The Dodgers trailing 4-3 in the top of the fifth inning. Shohei Hernandez starts things off with a leadoff walk, and then Shohei Ohtani facing Cameron once again. 1-1 count, and Shohei, he triples to right. That ties it at 4.
Lefties. Ohtani certainly does. Into the gap in right center. Everybody's off to the races. Shohei Hernandez being waved around. Ohtani going for third. A game-tying triple.
Don't you guys love the triple? The triple is the top 3 most exciting play in baseball. I think the triple, stealing second, trailing a run, getting into scoring position, bases loaded with the game on the line. I mean, those are all the kind of the big 3 from. But I love the triple. You see the athleticism of baseball players. But how about Shohei Ohtani? Crushes one into the fountain for his 29th bomb of the season, hits a triple, his 7th of the year. He already has matched his triple total from last season, and we're still in June. So the triples are way up. The running has been down, not as many stolen bases, but the triple. And then another real positive from tonight was seeing Mookie Betts have some success. After the Dodgers tied things at 4, Cruz comes in to face Mookie Betts, and he does not wait. He sees a cutter from Cruz. He hits it into center field, and Shohei comes in to give the Dodgers a 5-4 lead.
Game tied at 4. The infield comes in for KC. The first pitch to Betts is a base hit up the middle. Ohtani scores, and the Dodgers hop back.
So there's no sugarcoating it. Betts has not been himself at the plate all season long for the most part. So to see him get that big hit in a big spot, that was huge, because the Dodgers, they go 1 for 2 with runners in scoring position tonight, and they were still able to get the win. And then a big shout out to this Dodgers bullpen, because they had to cover 5 innings in this one. Luis Garcia made things a little interesting in the 5th, gave up a walk to Perez, but gave a single to Caglione, but he got Raves swinging, so he got his way out of that jam. And then Lou Trevino, he took care of business, but one of the big sequences in this game was Anthony Bonda coming in the 7th inning after Lou Trevino got Witt Jr. to fly out and Garcia's strikeout looking. Bonda comes in, gives up that double to Pasquantino, then the intention walk Perez, and it's a 5-4 game, and then Bonda, he strikes out Caglione to get out of the inning. He's pumped, so that was a big inning there. Vesia, some high leverage moments from Vesia. He hit Tolbert with the pitch, and then a few batters later, he got India to pop out to get out of that inning, but really it was the 9th inning for the Dodgers in this one. Tanner Scott, another appearance for Tanner Scott. They have been working him harder than a Panda Express employee during a Dodgers win streak, and he comes in this one, and it was humongous. The way that he comes in, it was Tanner Scott in the 9th. It was his 3rd appearance in the last 4 games. He has not been used like that all season long, and it looked like it was going to get scary. He gets the benefit of a call, a perfectly placed 4-seam fastball down and in. It catches the corner on Witt Jr. Yes, if that goes as a walk, it's ball 3. And after that, let's see if he can get the free pass. But still, I like that pitch. It was a pitcher's pitch. And when you leave the bat on your shoulder in that situation, you set yourself up to get the call. And he certainly did. So, hey, in my eyes, that's a strike. Royals fans might think it's a ball, and that should have loaded the count. But that was a huge first out to get Bobby Witt Jr. And then next batter, Garcia singles. Then he walks Pasquantino. And then Perez singled to right. So that loaded the bases for Caglione with 1 out. And just like we've seen in his last 2 appearances, Tanner Scott gets the pitcher's best friend to end the game.
First pitch, ground ball to the right side. Edman to Betts. Betts to Freeman. The pick in time. Freddie Freeman saves the day.
What an incredible play by Freddie Freeman. And yes, give Tanner Scott a lot of credit for inducing that soft contact, getting that ground ball. But how about Freddie? Struggling, going through the worst stretch of his career. And there's a future Hall of Fame inductee in Freddie Freeman going through his worst offensive slump of his career, goes 0 for 4 tonight, had 2 strikeouts, average down to 305, still above 300, but that average continues to plummet, and he does not let it impact his defense. He made a great scoop there. Mookie Betts gets the ball, and I swear he just tried to throw it as hard as he possibly could, and Freddie Freeman's able to make that play. It was a fantastic play by Freddie. He's been an above-average defender at first base. Give him all the credit in the world for not letting bad offense impact his defense. And then how about Tanner Scott? I want to say something about Tanner Scott. He's officially a Dodger now. He's earned his Dodger blue. And for me, it's actually happened before that. But I think this run that he's been on hasn't been perfect. But the fact that he's gone out there as much as he has, he's pitched 39 innings this year, a 3.46 ERA, 18 saves. And my prediction this year was that he was going to get 30 saves. And everyone told me, D-Mac, 30 saves for Tanner Scott? It's supposed to be closer by committee. You got Evan Phillips and Blake Trine and Michael Kopech and all these high-leverage relievers. They're going to spread things around. What I say, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it when guys stay healthy. And certainly they have not stayed healthy, and they put a lot on Tanner Scott. He's actually pitched in 40 of the Dodgers' 83 games this year, and he's come up in big spots since he made that mechanical adjustment where he's not flying open. His lower body is more engaged, and the extension to the plate is a little more pronounced. He's getting more downward tilt on it. He's not throwing through the catcher to the catcher. He's throwing through the catcher now, it feels like, and the four-seam fastball is locating. He's back-footing that slider. He has really turned his season around. He looks like that high-leverage reliever that you can trust. And, yes, that was great defense, but give him credit for weathering the storm early this season and really making things happen. So that's my take on Tanner Scott. You guys know I planted my flag. I said firmly, I did not switch sides. I said Tanner Scott is going to be fine. He's been more than fine. He's the Dodgers' best reliever. He has, I think, learned from that early time period where things were going right. And look, I'll tell you, period, point blank. I talked to Tanner Scott. I said, what really changed? And he's like, honestly, the mechanics were bad. The mechanics were as bad as they've been in his last. He said the mechanics that he was pitching with to start the year were as sloppy as they've been for the last 3 years. And I'm not going to use exact words he used to describe those, right? Because it's a family show. But he had some pretty graphic stuff to describe his mechanics early in the year. And he's totally cleaned those up. They looked at video footage extensively with him and Connor McGinnis and Mark Pryor. They corrected things, and ever since then, he's been one of the best relievers in baseball. And here was Tanner Scott after the game.
Tanner, can you just take us through that ninth inning? You obviously got a little bad luck there, but found a way to get out of it.
Well, I mean, it happens. Baseball's not easy, and luckily we got a pretty good defense behind us, and that was a sweet double play to end it.
Yeah. What did you see on that ground ball?
Please be quick. I don't know how fast he is, but I know he's a pretty good athlete, and I was just hoping it was going to be bang bang.
What'd you think about the scoop from Freddie?
Freddie's pretty good. Freddie, I mean, he's got a Gold Glove for a reason, so I mean, he's a special player.
You've thought about this before in those type of situations where you're looking to make a pitch to get a double play. Was that the situation there?
Yeah. Anytime there's a guy on and you're trying to get out. So, I mean, double plays are your best friend, and you're trying to get something put on the ground to give our defense a chance.
Have you gotten better with the more times you've been out there? I know in the past you've been a guy that likes to pitch a lot, and has it helped you to be more effective pitching as much as you're pitching?
Yeah. I mean, I like pitching. I like when I'm hot, and whenever the phone rings and it's my name, it's you get the blood flowing, and it's what you want to do.
The biggest difference this month, just with the success you've had here the last few weeks?
actually hitting my spots and not leaving pitches over the plate in bad locations to good hitters.
You're welcome, Tanner. Thank you for the time.
So Tanner Scott heading into this one, a 146 ERA this month. Another job done well done in this one. And yes, it wasn't the prettiest, but when you consider the fact that he's pitched a lot of late, he pitched Tuesday, he pitched Thursday, and he pitches Friday. So he has been a workhorse out of that bullpen. He gets it done. I think the confidence is going up, and I think, too, he's getting more comfortable being a Dodger and everything that comes with it. It's very different to be a Marlin where the fans come painted as seats, if you know what I mean, and being a small market Padre. San Diego's a small market. It is. It's not the Dodgers, right? So that is the case there. So it's really good to see that. Great play there by Freddie Freeman. I think a really good, gutsy, gritty team win. The Dodgers, they go for a series win tomorrow with Shohei Ohtani on the mound. Expect him to go for more than one inning. But let's get into the comments, guys. I want all your takes. I want all your thoughts. We got an update on Tyler Glasnow that I want to get into here in a second, too. But also, give me your MV3. We do this every show. Your 3 most important Dodgers that led to this win. We got Jose Geary, Tanner DP Scott, bruh. Oh, come on. He has been great at getting the DP, though. That pitcher's best friend has been his best friend. Last 3, he's benefited from that. And how about that? The Dodgers defense. Andy Pages get the double up. Then you have this one getting the double up the way he is. So really cool to see. But, yeah, we're not going to be doing that, okay, Jose Geary? That's not what we're doing. We're not going to call him by his new nickname, Tanner DP Scott, okay? Come on now. You just – sometimes I think you guys are begging for the bruh. Bruh. All right. Should I change the bruh to Blake Snell? I think I'm doing it, guys. I'm doing it. I got one in mind. Should we retire the Gavin Lux, especially now he's having a good season? Here we go. And as Freddie's always scooping up Mookie's bad throws. Yeah, Mookie's got to take him out. Mookie has to take him out tonight for sure. He owes him something because that wasn't the best throw. And he's got to do that. He's got to take him out. The nicest restaurant in Kansas City says it's a place called Pier Points at Union Station. So it's they describe it as an exquisite, top-notch restaurant. So Mookie's got to take him there to Pier Points at Union Station in Kansas City, Missouri. If you guys have any restaurant recs for that, that's what Freddie needs to do. Or give him a new bowling ball. I don't know. Do something nice for him. We got to Ernesto. Tanner Scott is making us sweat it out a la Kenley Jansen. Ugh. Need a dope closer like Eric Gagne for show. Look, I mean, I think that Tanner Scott has been a workhorse. I think he's pitched more than they expected him to. Like I said, he's pitched in 40. The Dodgers, 83 games this year, almost at 40 innings on the season already. And look, he's throwing strikes and hitting his spots. Scott has 18 saves. That's from Court the Crusader. Let's go down here. Claudia, I'm a huge Tanner Scott fan. He's found his way. Ray Soto, he decided to take off his San Diego workout shirt. There we go. I don't know, says not one person here is afraid of the Astros. Talking about the Astros? Talking about the Trastros? I forgot what I was about to say. The Astros just stole my thoughts. We got Willard Wright in the World Series. We got D-Mac. Love the show. I've unsubscribed from the other Dodgers show. Dodgers Nation is the only one I watch. Listen, hey. I love everyone, man. I just do what I do. Jacob Kim, appreciate my man. I love you guys, man. T-Rex, D-Mac really does do. Thank you so much, T-Rex. Thank all you guys out there. You guys are my co-host. Okay, this is your show. I'm just hosting it. So thanks for letting me host your show. You guys are my co-hosts here. We got NS D-Max drinking a Modelo off screen right now. Dude, I'm going to show you my shoe. A lot of the times my shoes have survived the shoey. Those Jordan 4s are cooked. I try to put in some water. They like discolored now. I don't know what the heck is in Modelo, but it totally messed up the color on those. But yeah, that one did not survive. That one did not survive. Alan Hershiser said Dustin May does not attack the strike zone enough. Well, Alan M. I mean, when you're nibbling, that's how it looks. But when you have 4-seam fastball, when you're throwing more conviction, you can attack the strike zone more. The issue with him is his stuff moves so much that it almost works against him. Sometimes it works for him. For example, if he's throwing that two-seamer to a righty and it runs in off the plate, it's okay. But if it starts to left and then runs in and it runs into the heart of the plate, then it works against him. So it's tough to control that. But a four-seam fastball, you can control a little more. I think if I'm going to try to ask that when I get back in that Dodgers clubhouse next week. We got to welcome back Garcia. Yeah, I love Luis Garcia is hilarious. He always jokes with the Japanese media about drinking a lot of Sapporo. He loves Sapporo. Luis Garcia is a good dude. He is. Dustin's in love with the sweeper from JRM. Jacob Kim, Petco Park should be renamed the Dodger Stadium of the South. Big Worm says 3 more tortas until 3,000 tortas for D-Mac. You guys are cooking. I'll get fit. You guys are cooking me. I'm here for it. I'll give you a comment of the show. Keep bringing D-Mac, break out the torta and chase it with a shoey. But guys, give me your MV3. Who are the 3 most important Dodgers? It's from Jeremy Buckley. Here's the MV3. Go Ohtani, Muncy, and Scott. That's a good take. I like that take. That could be mine. But I think I might go with someone else because I want to give them good vibes. I'm going to go Shohei Ohtani, Max Muncy, and Mookie Betts. I want to give Mookie Betts the MV3 karma. Getting that go-ahead single, having some success, that was huge. That was huge for Mookie in this one. And in a game where the Dodgers didn't get a ton of hits, for him to come through in that spot, I got to go with Mookie Betts. I think you for sure can go with Tanner Scott. You can go with, a lot of guys, the bullpen as a group you could go with, but I think Mookie Betts getting that single in the 5th to put the Dodgers up 5-4 with the month that he's had, I got to give it to him. We've got Moreno, D-Mac, send the team some LA Tortoise for some motivation. Here's some more MV3s. Freddie, Ohtani, and Max from Mr. Right. MPRHO, Freddie, Mookie, and Ohtani. There we go. Hot take, give Kim a torpedo bat and see if that does anything. I don't know why, Eddie Chavez, but I just like that take. I still laugh when I think of the torpedo bat. So I just like that take. I'm giving that a fire take. I like that take. We got D-Mac asked Dave when they expect Diaz to debut. I think I'll hit Dave with the Alexis Diaz in the update on him. Tristan, I like that. We'll get back to you on that. Gustavo Mel, hey, D-Mac saying hi from Brazil. Here's your MV3. Shohei, Muncy, and Freddie saved us. Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. The Freddie scoop there at the end. Yeah, you can make the case that Freddie certainly deserves it. He kind of saved the game. If he doesn't, I almost kind of want to switch mine, but I just want to give Mookie that MV3 karma. But a lot of you guys saying that. We've got Foxy says Shohei, Max, and Freddie. Hey, bro, true speakers. Shohei, Muncy, and Tanner Scott are my MV3. We need stability. We've got Blake Snell, bro. Yeah, do you guys want to change it? We've got Do It, best record in baseball from Ozzy. I love to see that. Great players contribute in ways that are more than just offensively. Freeman is balling on D. That's from Euthanasia. Yeah, as we point out today, if you guys do me a favor, go back and watch today's Dodgers Dugout Live, the flagship show at Dodgers Nation. I broke down my tier list. For this first half of the season. You guys want to check it out now? I want to get your thoughts on it right here because it was such a jam-packed show. We had Dodgers trivia today. We had a lot to get into, so I actually didn't do the 7th inning stretch. So Diego Cortez says, nobody in this chat throws 75, but you have the most to say. What? Hey, guess what? As America, you get to have your own opinion, all right? And you know what? I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to toot my own horn here, but I actually have had some players come up to me on this team and ask me, hey, I know you're a numbers guy. Anything you're seeing that you could give me some advice? So players, they look at some of these guys that didn't play big league baseball, and they're all ears. So I think, trust me. It's great to be a player. I'm not going to say that give you a unique perspective, but there's different ways to kind of more ways to skin a cat, I guess I should say. Frostin says $2 Shiba dog with a big smile on his face, tilting his head. That last play was ferocious. Yeah, that was the moment of the game. Let's take a look at it one more time. The Dodgers Dugout Live, Dodgers Nation post-game show, moment of the game. That double play by Freddie Freeman to end it.
First pitch, ground ball to the right side. Edman to Betts. Betts to Freeman. The pick in time. Freddie Freeman saves the day.
I don't know why it makes me laugh to see Mookie throw that thing as hard as he could. Mookie tried to throw that thing through, like hoping to break through a glass wall or throw it through titanium. Mookie was just throwing that thing, not even thinking about, just absolutely unleashing it. That thing just, I don't know. I just love Mookie playing shortstop, playing that with that throw right there. That just made me laugh. But good stuff. Good stuff. The Dodgers getting the dub. Everything's fine when they win, right? Everything's fine when they win. Okay, so let's do an update on Tyler Glasnow, and then we'll show you that tier list really quick. Then keep dropping those MV3s, drop those takes, anything hot, anything spicy. Will Smith is overlooked from Glenn 818. Sheehan over May from I don't know. Sheehan's the real deal, man. 13 punch-outs was perfecto. 18 up, 18 down. Well, let's talk about Tyler Glasnow in this one, because he made a rehab start for Oklahoma City today, and it did not go so well.
For the longest lasting brand
Take a look.
Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care.
Take a look at it. I mean, here's some highlights from it. And yeah, I mean, you can't just take every single statistic from a rehab start to heart. They're working things. They're trying to get loose. They're trying to get the feel back for their pitches. But Glasnow tonight, it wasn't what he had hoped for. You want to have a crispier outing. You want to be able to go out there, throw strikes. He did get hit on the hip on a throw down, so there's that. But all in all, it's going to be an uphill climb for him to just kind of get back and get where he needs to be as a whole. Tonight, he ended up going 1 inning, gave up 5 hits, 4 runs. So 4 runs on 5 hits, had 1 strikeout and 1 walk. And then you look at the pitch count. He threw 40 pitches. So it's a rehab outing. You can't take too much from it. But you look at this stuff, it was above average. The fastball velocity, he was at 96.6 on the heater. And look, we've seen this. I mean, look at Mile Kopech, right? For example, I mean, he wasn't really good. That was the first inning. He ended up finishing. That was the first inning. He ended up finishing, giving up 5 runs on 7 hits, went 2 1/3. So, yeah, I mean, 96.6 miles per hour, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. So it's going to be work in progress. I mean, you go 2 1/3 innings. He got 9 swings and misses, 66 pitches as a whole for the entire thing. So he ended up peaking at 98.6 miles per hour. It's probably not what you would hope to see, but still, I mean, the good thing is that hopefully he bounces back well and things kind of trend in the right direction. He gets that feel back, and that's kind of the number one thing for Tyler Glasnow. But all in all, I mean, it's a positive to see him out there. It's a positive that he's starting that rehab. And like I said, you look at that final line, 5 runs on 7 hits, 3 Ks a walk, 9 swings and misses, 66 pitches and 2 1/3. It's not as great as we've seen from Sheehan. It's definitely some yikes, but he's clearly not ready. I think that's kind of the biggest takeaway. He's not ready. He's not ready right now. But like I said, remember Kopech's outing and how he's already started to look. He's a veteran, and he's going to be just fine. But okay, guys, let's do my tier list really quick. First half tier list for pitchers. I had the S tier, Yamamoto, the A tier, Kasperius, Dreyer, and Kershaw, 2.08 ERA in his last 7. I think just based on what he's provided since he's been back, I got him the A tier. The B tier, Scott, May, Vesia, Yates, and Robleski. May has given them the starts. And he's given them the innings. And then the C tier, Gonsolin negative WAR, Roki negative WAR. I think Bonda, I think he's going to be in the B tier pretty soon. Glasnow is the C tier because of the standard that he's set, and he's made just 5 starts. The D tier, you got Knack, Bobby Miller, Kike, and Blake Snell. And that's just based on how much they've helped this team. And look, Kike, ERA over 15. I'm only half joking. I love seeing him out there pitching the way he has. But this really should blow your mind. The Dodgers have the best record in baseball, and the only S-tier pitcher they have is Yoshinobu Yamamoto. It's pretty incredible. Their two workhorses have been rookies in Jack Dreyer and Ben Kasparius, who've been kind of B+, A- range, and then Kersh has been really great since he's been back in the last 7 starts. But yeah, it's kind of where they're at on the pitching side. It is. Jeremy says, brother, no way Dustin should be in the D tier. I mean, the thing about Dustin May is who is going to make these starts? That's the thing. I mean, who is going to make these starts for the Dodgers this season? Because they've just missed too many guys to injuries. And Dustin May, he's second behind Yoshinobu Yamamoto in innings pitched and games started. 15 starts right there with Yoshi. So I think I'm basing this on their contributions to this team. Okay, so that's the pitching side. I did a more in-depth dive on these earlier, but let's take a look at the offensive side on the tier list. Let's see what you think for the offense. No, this is actually still the pitching side. Let's go to the offense here. Here's the offense. So the only S tiers I have are Shohei Ohtani and Will Smith. Because Will Smith, best catcher in the National League. He deserves a spot there. Shohei Ohtani, you don't need to say a word. You know why. Then the A tier, though. The A tier, I got Andy Pages and Freddie Freeman because Freddie's been above average defensively. It's really good offensively for most of this season. He's going through this tough slump now. He still has a higher weighted runs created plus than most of the guys on this team. When you look at overall offensive production with where it was, let's take a look here at his fan graphs where he was at after tonight. I mean, look, it continues to plummet. I'm not saying it hasn't, but he's still a 141 weighted runs created plus. That still would be right there behind Shohei and Will Smith for the top on the team for qualified guys. And then my B tier, Mookie is more like a B plus ish just because he's played premium defense. I think Paz on the A tier too because he's been really good offensively, really good defensively. So he's combined both. Mookie has had a down year offensively, just above average. And then he's been really good at shortstop where he's really been a top 5 defensive shortstop. Muncy, the offense has been great. Defense has not been great. And then Teoscar is kind of a less extreme version of Muncy, whereas defense has been right where Muncy's has been as far as towards the bottom of the league at his position. The offense, though, hasn't been as good as Muncy. And Tommy Edman had a good start to the season. I give him points. He's kind of the lowest on this list for the Bs because he's just right above league average offensively, but he's been versatile. Does have the 10 home runs in the Cs. I got Kike and Miguel Rojas. I think they play their roles well. On the D list, I got Michael Conforto, Chris Taylor, and Austin Barnes. But what do you guys think of the offensive tier list? Anything you guys would change there? Curious to see this. Want to get you guys' opinion. And then read the super chat right here. 99 cents. Julian Face, what is up? I would put Tanner in the A tier. Okay. We've got Wise Conforto D, CT3 Broken Heart. Take CT3 and Barnesy off the ranking at HSK. HSK and Dalton Rush are incomplete because we just have not seen enough from them, right? I think that they need more time. Kim should be in at least a B tier. Kuro Cordora, I hope so. It's just the truth is with Kim is he's not a 372 hitter, right? He's not a 168 weighted runs created plus hitter. Is he? Because those are MVP numbers. And I love Ha-Seong Kim. He's my favorite guy to watch on the team, but I think his stuff will level out. But I agree with you. I do think that he would be B tier. I think he has B tier potential on this team. I really do. I just need to see more from him to give him an accurate grade, an accurate assessment for my tier list. But okay, guys, that is going to do it for the Dodgers Nation post-game show. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. If you do me a huge favor, hit the like button on your way out. I really appreciate that. Who got the comment of the day? I want to read that. The Bilal K. I want to see this. Copy and paste. I can read it. It starts with a B. Going up, Brave. Kim is a solid B. That's for Braveheart. I want to read this comment of the show. You guys have any? I like this. Hey, bro, True Spirit says D tier is basically the DFA tier. Who's that? Was that the one you're talking about? Because that was a good one. That was a good one. I'm looking for that comment of the show, though. Look for that comment of the show here. Conforto. Okay. Azar says Conforto F Max. Okay, he's turning around. Conforto's turning around. What are you talking about? Home runs galore from Mr. Conforto. But that's going to do it, guys. Appreciate you. Rock with us on a Friday night. Enjoy your weekend. Shohei tomorrow. But that's going to do it. My name is Doug McKain. You can follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. Hit the like button on your way out. Drop a comment. And most importantly, follow me on X and Instagram at DMAC_LA. And most importantly, remember this. Nothing brings us together quite like Dodger baseball. Until next time, think blue, bleed blue, and I'm out.
Start the party, Los Angeles! Your Dodgers have won the World Series!
And when the upcoming winter gives way to spring, rest assured, once again, it will be time for Dodger baseball.